Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny May, and this is Dream Girl Lab, where I help women to heal, love themselves, okay, and ultimately transform into their dream girl. Okay, ultimately that's the goal and the purpose of my channel. So on this channel we're going to be talking about everything such as relationships, God, yeah, like life, cooking, evolving, growing into a better person and a better woman. So today I wanted to talk about reasons why you should start your abstinence journey. Okay, so I just recently learned about the difference between abstinence and celibacy. And at first I was saying I'm celibate, I was saying like I'm celibate. But when I looked up the definition of celibate versus abstinence, celibacy is actually basically you have made a vow to not have sex for the rest of your life. Like basically that's what you're saying when you say I'm celibate, okay? But when you say I'm abstinent, basically abstinence is abstaining from sex until you are married, okay? So gotta know the difference. You don't want to be speaking anything over yourself that you don't want to happen, okay? So we're saying we are abstinent, okay? Now if you choose to be celibate, baby, that's on you. That's between you and the Lord, okay? But if your goal is to well, I'm making this video because I want you to think about, you know, these things I'm going to mention, some reasons as to why you should begin your celibacy journey, okay? I mean your abstinence journey. See, and I said it, your abstinence journey, okay? So reason number one, okay, is because, so one thing that I have learned while preparing for marriage and stuff like that, and just from experiences that I have had, I learned my worth and my value, and what I want every woman to learn from me, anybody who come on my channel, anybody who listens to me speak or watching this video, I want you to learn your worth and your value, okay? And how the Lord sees you as worthy and valuable. Okay, so you know, everybody know in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, okay, God created Eve for Adam. And he said, I'm gonna make a helpmeet that is suitable, okay? Basically a helpmeet that was specifically designed, compatible just for Adam, okay? And I believe you have a desire for marriage, he has also made you for somebody, okay, woman who's listening. So he keeps going, and after you know, Adam wakes up, he see the woman, he recognized her, he said, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, or she shall be called woman, okay, because she was taken from the man. So, you know, he see Eve and he like, oh my God, you know, this one, you know, this is one of my bone, flesh of my flesh, okay, he recognized her. Then keep going, God tells them, he tells them that he gave them dominion, okay? He tells them to be fruitful and multiply. Now, fruitful and multiply mean a whole bunch of different things, okay? It means, when he said, you know, he wanted them to have dominion, it means that he wanted them to be successful. He wanted them to create businesses together. He wanted them to be flourishing. He wanted them to be wealthy. He wanted them to be producing. You know, he wanted them to be dominating over the enemy. You know what I'm saying? He wanted them to be fruitful in prayer, you know, fruitful in building whatever the Lord told them to build. Okay. But when he say fruitful and multiply, that also mean in creating children, making babies, okay? Like passing, making legacy, creating, you know, generations and legacy and stuff like that. He also wanted them to, you know, be fruitful in that way as well, okay? So basically, I said all that to say, to God, he created you specifically, designed you specifically for one person. And that's the only man that deserves your body. And that's what I have learned. I truly have learned that. And it was a young lady, not on my channel, but on a different channel that I was on. It was a young lady. She was asking, you know, she was saying like, oh, I'm a virgin, like, you know, how should I deal with people, you know, coming down on me because I'm a virgin, this and this and this. And I told her, do you, like, keep being you, because that is such an honorable thing, especially in this time and age. Like, I feel that everybody is just kind of carrying themselves in a way that, you know, it's just lustful. Like, the whole world is just so full of lust. So it's just full of lust. Okay, so basically what I'm saying, the first reason why you should start your abstinence journey is because you, as a woman, you're growing to understand that the only man that deserves your body is your husband. Okay, the man that has committed himself to you, he committed his life to you. Okay, that's the only man that deserves a baby from you. You know, when the Bible say be fruitful and multiply, that's the only man that deserves a child from you. That's the only man that deserves sex from you. That is it. Like, nobody deserves your body, okay, but him. So that is the reason, one of the reasons why I decided to, well, I didn't just decide that, God told, like, to be honest with y'all, I never would have just probably did this on my own, you know, if certain life experiences wouldn't have happened to me and God wouldn't have spoke to me and told me to do it. Okay, so, but God is sending me on this channel to speak to you, so you don't have to go through the things that I have been through. Okay, so reason number one is because only your husband deserves your body. Okay, and you are now knowing your worth. Okay, so reason number two why you should start your abstinence journey is you will avoid a lot of unnecessary issues. Like, I was talking to my baby sister the other day. You know, I don't want to like shout her out, but I have a baby sister and she's like in her teenage years, you know, and you know, that's the time when you start to like think about boys and stuff like this and da da da. And I was just telling her, like, even the young girl who was still a virgin, I was just telling her, I was like, I wish I wish that I, you know, would have stayed a virgin. For real, I wish I would have done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking back, you know, I wish I would have done that, you know. So reason number two is you will avoid a lot of unnecessary heartbreak. You will avoid a lot of just situations like single motherhood, heartbreak. You know, some women could be put into some instances where, you know, you end up having sex with this man, the man tell you he don't want the baby, now you know, some women get abortions. Now you really, you was sinning with the fornication, but now, you know, you really sinning because now you about to have an abortion, and in God's eyes that's murder. So it's like, now you really getting yourself into some things And not to even say, like, it's so many STDs out here, you know, so many things that, you know, could happen to you, you know, just like the Bible say, the wages of sin is death. So if you are in fornication, you know, the wages of sin is death. The only thing that it could lead to is death. So it could be a death of something, you know. It might not be a physical death, but there's going to be a death of something. Okay, so just protect yourself. Protect yourself from those things that I just named. Okay, if you're not a single mother already, don't put yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? You deserve for you and your husband to be raising your child. Okay, so yes, you will avoid those situations if you remain abstinent. Okay, number 3, I would say while you're abstinent, okay, and you are preparing yourself for the one that God made for you, you're waiting, you know, for marriage or whatever, and you remain abstinent. Okay, I would say when you remain abstinent, this is just what I found. I have been abstinent now. In July it'll be 3 years. What? It's either June or July, I don't remember, but one of those months it'll be 3 years this year. What I have found is, like, your focus, like, not, you know, just not like engaging with men. It's like I'm so focused on bettering myself. Like, that's one thing I will say. Like, when you so worried about relationships or men or this or that, it's taking the focus off of you. It's a distraction for real. So it's like once you remove distractions, like, your life begins to improve. You know, like, I'm not gonna say what I, you know, am accomplishing on this post, because it be some crazy people who try to attack what you doing, but I have just been way more focused, and I feel like just accomplishing more things. The fact that I have not been focused on men and I've been abstinent, you know, it just gives you time with just yourself, you know, to focus, to get your money up, to go back to school, to, you know what I'm saying, start that business, to whatever you want to do. Like, you got laser beam focus, no distractions. Like, so that would be another reason why I would say you should remain abstinent or start your abstinence journey. Okay, number 4, I would say you should start your abstinence journey. And y'all, here go my daughter. She's gonna come in here and get her mommy, because she just came home from school. I know she's finna come in here and get me. But number 4, you should start your abstinence journey, because it gives you time, like, to heal. You are giving yourself a chance to heal from your past, from past experiences, from childhood traumas, and just things that you've been through in your life. Instead of going from person to person to person and keep on basically probably meeting the same person in a different body, you are giving yourself an opportunity to heal and, what's the word, introspect. Like, take a look at yourself and, you know, holding yourself accountable as well. Just what I like to do is I like to I'm not the type of person that just go from person to person to person to person. I don't move like that. Like, I like to take my time and introspect, look at myself, see, like, Like, how did I get myself into some of the situations that I got myself in, you know, and just take a look at myself. Like, what caused this outcome? What do I feel that causes the outcome? It could have been a person, or what did I do to contribute to this? So you're giving yourself a break. You're giving yourself time to really heal. You know, was it something in my childhood that makes me more, you know, prone to people who are manipulators? Like, you just have to look at yourself, okay? And when you are abstinent, you are giving yourself a chance to do all that. Allowing yourself to heal, ultimately, you are allowing yourself to heal and grow and mature for the right person, you know, to come. Like, I truly believe that, like, I don't think you have to be perfect or completely healed for love. No, that's not what I'm saying, but I do think you have to be at a certain level in order to receive it, at a certain level in order to not sabotage it, at a certain level in order to reciprocate it. You know, you have to be at a certain level of healing, you know. So, and if you're not, you will do either one of those things, okay? Or you would choose a person who cannot do those things, right? If you are still, like, unhealed. So, and I apologize, my daughter, she's in the back. But, you know, so I feel like it's part of preparation for marriage is saving yourself to heal, okay? So that's why I would say number 4 is. Number 5, I would say you are building self-control, discipline. Like, you know, it's not hard for me to remain abstinent whatsoever. It's easy for me because I don't, you know, it's just not hard for me. But some people, I know they really struggle with you want this? Here. Yeah, like remaining abstinent for me, it's not hard whatsoever, but I know some people really struggle with that aspect of themselves. Just like, I feel like it builds so much self-control and discipline, you know. So, in self-control and discipline, you're gonna need that in every area of your life. Pretty much, you know, that's what it's building. It's building that self-control. It's building that discipline. And so, if it builds that, now when you go to start a business, or you go to, you know, go to school or whatever, it's gonna, that discipline and that self-control is gonna transfer over. Like, you know, and that's what you really need in order to be successful. I feel like it's self-control and discipline. Or just to be like, even I believe in order to be like a loyal partner, you're going to need to learn how to be self-controlled and disciplined. You know, you're going to need to learn how to control yourself, even when you see somebody that is attractive, or even when somebody attractive tries to talk to you or try to get your number or whatever. You're going to need to learn self-control, you know. So I feel like too, it has built that in me, you know, just being self-controlled and disciplined over, you know, my body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so those are the reasons. And then lastly, this one is the most important. But I should have said this one first, but I saved the best for last. You know, in the Bible, God says that it says, do you not know? Be careful. So I should have said this one first, but I saved the best for last. So number 6, I would say the reason why you should start your abstinence journey is because you know, simply to grow your relationship with God. To grow your relationship with God and to be in right standing with the Lord. So number 6, I would say, is to put yourself in right standing with God and to build your relationship with God. When you're abstinent, you're mainly by yourself. So you're alone with God, And I have a scripture. It's 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19 through 20. It says, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. So it is God's prayer. It is God's heart. It is God's wish. It is God's command. It is God's, will that you will honor him with your body. Okay, and I also have another scripture. It goes in depth to say that basically sexual sin is the only sin where you're hurting your own body. Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside of the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. Okay, so I'm going to read that again. Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside of the body, but whoever sins sexually is sinning against their own body. So basically, it is an act of self-love when you abstain, when you are abstinent, when you wait for your husband. When they say you're sinning against your own body, that's why people start to get sick. That's why, a lot of women, you having sex or whatever, and a lot of women will just begin to have BV or, just some crazy stuff going on. Like, because you're sinning against your own body. Like, these things are spiritual. This stuff is spiritual. You sinning against your own body. That's why the things is happening. So that would be it's the most important reason is because it's something that God doesn't want us to do, and it's to protect ourselves. It's an act of self-love. So yeah, so I wanted to make this video just because of another video that I'm gonna make. But being abstinent has really like gave me a mental clarity, and it will really give you like just peace of mind, like just peace, clarity, healing, improve your relationship with God, and not giving yourself to anyone who doesn't deserve it, and to just in preparation for marriage. I'm just gonna add this one on. When your husband, when you do meet him, or when you guys get married or whatever, like, how good are you gonna feel that you save yourself for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's going to appreciate you for being a woman that you carried yourself with class, with, you know, self-love, and just like loving yourself in your body, and, you know, saving yourself for him. You know, so just think about that too. Like, the man you end up marrying, like, he don't want a woman that been around, everybody done had a piece of you. You know what I'm saying? And even if that is your story and that's your past, like, that's okay. But you can choose a different, you know, a different life, and you can choose today to carry yourself, you know, differently, and to carry yourself with respect and dignity and honor, you know. So yeah. And even for us women, we don't want no man that everybody done had. I don't know why they teach men this whole thing, like, it's however many women you can get and da da da, that make you a man. A real woman who classy, who carry herself like with respect and stuff, she don't want a man that's been passed everywhere either. So, you know, they really need to be teaching that to the men too. But yeah, so just think about these things, and, you know, I pray that you will begin to start your abstinence journey, and just to give yourself to the man who deserves it. Okay? Now when he comes, that's a whole different story, okay? Okay? That's a whole different story. But yeah, don't be saving yourself then, cause I be hearing that too. I be hearing that too. It be husbands that be complaining like, my wife never have sex with me and stuff like that. Don't be that type of woman either. So anyways, that's the end of this video, and I hope that it helped you in some way, and I hope that it encouraged you to start your abstinence journey. And I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to like the video, and make sure to stay tuned. And make sure, if you haven't been to Dream Girl Lab, go to our website. If you're in St. Louis, you can book a hair appointment with me. You can also, I'm going to be adding coaching sessions on there today. If you feel like, you know, I have expertise in an area that you need help in, you can soon book coaching with me. So I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.